All right. Let's have a look at chapter 2, which is bond valuation. Okay. Remember, yeah, one of the sources of finance, or source of funds that company need to look at. Yeah, company. Remember, yeah, company needs to find money. Yeah, because at the initial stage they don't have money, so therefore one of the sources is through debt. Yeah, debt means that the company will borrow money from somewhere else. So that means one of the instrument that relates to borrowing and lending, which is called as bond, okay, corporate bond in specifically. What is bond? Okay, bond is a debt instrument issued for a period more than 1 year. Okay, so it's a debt instrument. That means the mechanism will be in terms of borrowing and lending. The company will borrow money from another company. So that's why the analogical mechanism here is a company borrow funds from another company. Okay, a company enter into a agreement with another company that one of the company will become a lender, one of a company will become a borrower. Yeah. Later on, we will see the flow of bonds, how it works. Yeah. So, why company wants to borrow money from another company? So that's why we are referring to the purpose of bond here. Yeah. All right, the first one, yeah, the reason why company wants to borrow money from another company, which is external funds to finance long-term investment. Okay, so they need some money, yeah, they need some money to fund in terms of purchasing a fixed asset, yeah, to purchase a building, to purchase a machinery, to purchase a vehicles, yeah, to purchase whatever fixed asset that they want to have, yeah. Okay, that is the first one. Okay, the second one, corporation bonds to finance current expenditure. Current expenditure means that every day to day expenses. Okay, to pay salaries, yeah, to pay operating expenses, yeah, to pay taxes, yeah, to pay whatever that they want to pay, as long as it is expenses, yeah. And the last one, this is the common types or common purposes that company wants to borrow money from another company, which is to finance project development. Okay, so project development in terms of construction, yeah, and then events project, whatever project that have a potential of getting more revenue. Yeah. Okay. Mostly in construction. Yeah. Okay. Building construction, yeah, bridge construction, and whatever types of construction, yeah, that requires millions and millions ringgit. Yeah. So that's why the company need to find source sort of funds, yeah, to pay sort of projects. Yeah. Okay. So how bonds works, eh? Okay, how bonds works? Okay, let's say have a look at this one. Bondholder or lender, and then bond issuer, which is subscriber or borrower. Okay, the first process is this one: bond issuer or subscriber or borrower. Okay, so if a company wants to borrow from another company, okay, that borrower we call as a bond issuer. For example, if Plus, okay, the Plus company is running a highway concession, yeah, highway construction. So therefore, yeah, initially Plus does not have money to initiate highway project. So therefore, they have to borrow from government. And in this case, government become a lender, whereby they have some money, yeah, millions and millions, and then they will lend the money to the borrower. Yeah, in this case. Okay, so the process is not end there. What bond issuer have to do is they have to pay back whatever that they borrow money from the lender. In this case, plus to pay back, yeah, whatever that they are borrow from government. Okay, so how they want to how they want to pay in terms of periodic payments, that means installment, and return back the principal, which is original amount of money. Okay, because remember, yeah, the lender will become a winner in this one. Yeah, because, yeah, the lender will receive interest and the borrower will pay interest. Okay, I repeat again, because, yeah, borrower borrows money from another company, therefore, which is in this case government, therefore borrower have to pay, yeah, the interest, and then the lender will receive interest. Okay, so three main components in bond. Yeah, what are the three main components in bond? The first one is coupon rate. Coupon rate means that represent interest rate. Okay, in this case, borrower have to pay coupon rate, which is interest rate, and lender will enjoy or receive interest rate. Okay, so that's why the bondholder or lender will become profit, and bond issuer normally become loss parties. Okay, and then par value which is face value paid to bondholders at maturity. Yeah, that means the principal amount, which is let's say if plus borrow 10 million, that means 10 million is a principal, 10 million is a face value or par value. Okay, but the interest that they pay, which is considered at coupon rate. For example, 5%, 6%, 7%, that one is a coupon rate. And the last one, maturity date, that means the period when the bond ends. Okay, different agreement, yeah, different bond have different agreement and have different maturity. Yeah, some of the bond have 5 years, some of the bond have 7 years, some of the bond have 10 years. It depends on the agreement between borrower and lender. If the borrower agree to have 30 years payment, so therefore they have to pay lender within 30 years, which is the maturity date will be after 30 years. But if a company agreed to borrow money and then have to pay back within 15 years, therefore, yeah, the maturity date will be after 15 years. That is how the agreement will end. Yeah. Okay. Let me show you the analogical or clear example on how bond works. Okay. Give me some time to this one. Okay. So, let's start with borrower first. Okay, borrower. In this case, is a borrower. Alright. I give you one very simple example, which is Surya KLCC. Okay. I'm sure most of you know what KLCC is. Okay, KLCC is a twin tower, yeah, and then one big shopping center there. Okay, so KLCC during 90s, yeah, they want to initiate a project called Twin Tower, yeah, construction of Twin Tower project. Okay, but at that time during 90s, yeah, KLCC, which is owned by Petronas, does not have money, not much money, or funds to running the project. Okay, so what they have to do is, yeah, they will apply, yeah, they will submit the application, yeah, to the potential lender. Okay, let's say in this case is Kazanah National. Okay, so therefore, yeah, KLCC will submit the application to Khazanah National. They said, okay, Khazanah National, we are from Petronas, KLCC. We want to apply the loan from you because we want to construct a KLCC. Okay, that is one of the alternative source of finance. So therefore, once they submit the application, Khazanah National review the application, and then Khazanah National said, okay, you have a good record, and then you have a potential. So therefore, we are agreed to lend you some money, yeah, which is in terms of millions. Okay. So in this case, yeah, KLCC will become borrower. I put here as B. Okay, and Khazanah National in this case will become L, which is lender. Okay, so once KLCC receive their money, so therefore, yeah, they have to they can initiate the construction of Twin Tower. Yeah, apologies for my drawing. Okay, so some kind like this one, yeah. Okay, so once they successfully constructed the Twin Tower, therefore they will operate for the few years and even until now. yeah, and then they generate revenue that coming from visitors, yeah. Okay, the revenue is coming from visits, because if you want to visit Twin Tower, you have to pay some money, so therefore they will get revenue, and then the revenue will transfer into the company. And then what KLCC have to do, don't forget they borrow money from Khazanah National. Therefore, what they have to do is to return back, which is in terms of principal plus with interest. Okay. Alright. In this case, KLCC or Petronas will pay interest and Khazanah National will receive interest. So in this case, yeah, you're talking about corporate finance perspective. Yeah, one will be a winner and one will be a loser. Okay, the loser here is KLCC, even though they receive some money because they have to pay interest. Okay, but for winner here is Khazanah National, because Khazanah National is the some kind like the investing money in terms of loan instrument, and then they will receive not only original money that they lend, but also the interest that they will receive, yeah, based on based on the agreement. Okay, so that is how bond works. Yeah. Okay, I hope that explain everything here. Okay, so if you have any question later on, you can leave in the chat box. I will respond later. But now we will proceed with this one. Yeah. Okay. 2.3, bonds behavior, price versus interest rate. Okay, since bond is as an instrument in terms of borrowing and lending. Okay, logically, yeah, logically, investor or borrower wants to look at the very lowest interest cost as possible. Why? Because they don't want to pay interest. Actually, they don't want to pay interest, but they have no option. They have to, yeah. But they want to look at the small amount. Okay. Take yourself into your shoes. Yeah. If you want to apply car loan, for example, definitely you want to choose the bank that can offer you the lowest interest. Yeah. What, let's say bank A offers 2%, bank B offers 3%. Definitely you will have to choose 2%, because it is cheaper compared to bank B. Yeah, same goes to this case. Yeah. The if the interest is lower, therefore most of the investor or borrower will go for that. Yeah. So that's why the relationship here is reverse or negative relationship. Because, yeah, okay, why? It is because the cheaper this bond, yeah, the cheaper the bond will be, the return will be higher. Yeah, because more investor will have a look at the cheapest one. But yeah, some of investor will still look at the expensive one, but the return is not many. Okay, so that is how the relationship will be. That is inverse, yeah, or negative relationship between price and interest rate. Okay, in other words, the more expensive the bond price, the return will be lower. Okay, because not many people will go into that. Yeah, but if the price is lower, the return will be higher. Yeah, so that is how do you want to understand the analogy of a bond behavior, which is price versus interest rate. Okay, before we are going to calculation, just to check if you have any questions so far. Okay, let me know if you have any question before I proceed with the calculation. Okay, please respond in the chat box if you have any. Hello, any question?
No, sir.
Okay, so far okay. Okay. How about the others? Huh?
No, sir.
Okay. Alright, so okay. Can I explain again 2.3? Okay, yes, I can explain 2.3. Alright. Okay. It's like this, yeah. To make it easier, it's like this. Since the mechanism of bond is based on borrowing. Yeah, in Malay, we call as pinjaman lah here. Normally, people will look at the lowest interest rate as possible. Okay, I give you an analogy of yourself. Okay, if you are given a choice, yeah, you want to buy a car, and then you want to apply the loan from bank, which is hire purchase. Okay, so therefore, yeah, if bank A is offering you 3% and bank B is offering you 2%, yeah, interest. Yeah, that means, yeah, if you choose bank A, you have to pay 3%. But if you choose bank B, you only have to pay 2%. Definitely, you want to choose 2% because you will pay less compared to bank A, which is pay more. Okay. In this case, also same thing. Yeah. Um, the company normally will look at the lowest cost, which is in this case 700. So people will go to this one and buy more bond, and then they will invest more in bond. So if they invest more in bond, and then the potential rate of return will be higher, which is in this case 16%. Okay, but let's have a look at this point. Okay, at that point, yeah, the bond become expensive, which is 1,400 in this case. So, yeah, instead of 1,400, they are going for 700 because this one is cheaper than this one. Meaning that this 1,400 is expensive. Not many people will go or corporate will go to that investment because it is expensive. So because of not it is not sellable, yeah, it's a not hot selling, not is a bond is not attractive because of the price is expensive. Therefore less people or less corporate will come, less investor will come, and therefore the return offered is not much, which is in terms of 6%. So we can say here that, yeah, the cheaper the price will be, the return will be higher. The expensive the bond will be, the lesser the return will be. So that is a hypothesis on price versus interest rate. Okay, I hope I can answer the question. Okay,
Okay, sir. Thank
all right,
you.
welcome. Okay, let's have a look at bond valuation. Okay, we want to see either the bond is overpaid or oversell. Okay. So in this case, yeah, the bond valuation means that you estimating. Yeah, it's not a real amount. Yeah, but the real amount that you have to look at is market price. Market price means that the real price that sell at the market. This valuation is purely more on estimation only. So therefore, yeah, to calculate bond valuation, which is a symbol as a VB, VB is equal to C divided by M multiplied by PVIFA, K divided by M and multiplied by M plus PV, PVIF, K divided by M and times M. Okay, I know it sounds still new for you, but do not worry. After I show you example, yeah, I hope that you can understand better. But let's have a look at what does every symbol means. Okay, VB means that value or price of the bond. What will be the price? Usually in currencies. A. And then let's have a look at the C1. C is coupon or interest payment. Okay, so to calculate C, yeah, you cannot simply take C from the question. You need to look. If the C is given by percentage, in terms of percentage, you need to multiply by par value. What does par value means is down there. Later on, I will show. I will explain to you. Okay, K means that required return of a bond. Yeah, that means the expected return is not a real return. Sorry, just an expected return. M means that annual coupon cycle. Okay, why annual coupon cycle? Is like this. Okay, I explain to you annual coupon cycle. Okay, annual coupon cycle means, yeah, how many times interest cycle in a year? Okay. In normally 1 year is equals to 12 months, correct? Okay, so if there is annually, okay, let's say this is annually. Annually means that, yeah, annually means that the cycle or the interest will be cycle once in a year. Yeah, in Malay, interest tu kira sekali lah, annually. Yeah, is 1 year. Alright. Semi-annually. Okay, semi-annually means that twice in a year. That means every 6 months. So therefore, interest will be cycle every 6 months. Okay, this is the first cycle. This is a second cycle. So therefore, yeah, your M will be 2. Yeah, which is semi-annually. I just put here semi. Semi means that M is equal to 2, compounded, because there is cycle 2 times. Okay, how about quarterly? Okay, for quarterly in Malay we call as suku. Yeah, 3, 6, 9, and 12. So therefore, interest will be cycle every quarter. First cycle, second cycle, third cycle, and fourth cycle. So that means quarterly, okay, I just put here Q. That means the M will be 4 because interest will be cycle every quarter. Okay, another trick. Let's say if the question is every 6 months. Sorry, every 2 months. Okay, so if every 2 months, that means 2 months, 4 months, 6 months, 8 months, 10 months, and 12 months. Okay, so therefore, interest will be cycled how many times? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So therefore, if the question is the interest will be cycled every 2 months, therefore, the compounding will be 6 times. Okay, in a simple formula, 12 months divided by 2, which is 6. Okay, same goes to annual. 12 divided by 12, which is 1. 12 divided by 12, which is 1. If semi-annually, 12 divided by 6 is equal to 2. For quarterly, 12 divided by 3 is equal to 4. Okay, but another thing is, let's say if the interest is cycle monthly. Monthly means that every month. So that means 12. Yeah, 12 divided by 1, which is 12 months. So that is how to determine, how to determine M. Yeah, it depends on the question. If the question says annually, that means definitely M equals to 1. If the M says that semi-annually, that means M is equal to 2. But if the coupon cycle is quarterly, that means M equal to 4. Okay, but PV here is par value, which is principal amount. Yeah, it's not given in the question, but in Malaysian perspective, because they follow American practice stock market, definitely the par value will be 1,000. Please bear in mind that if they ask about par value, definitely the amount will be 1,000. And this one, PVIF, K divided by M and times M. K is the same thing. M is coupon cycle, N is number of years until maturity. Yeah, number of years until maturity is how long the bond lives, until the end. Yeah. Okay. If you notice here that this is PVIFA and this is PVIF, okay, it's different. Okay, so there are two interest values need to be considered during bond calculation, which is PVIF, present value interest factor, apply for par value only, because PVIF is more on single payment. But PVIFA, present value interest factor, annuity. Annuity means that series of coupons, because interest will be in every period. And both PVIF and PVIFA table is available. Okay, I will show you later. Okay, so as you can see in this one, 100, 100, 100, 100, 100, 100, 100, 100 is a coupon. Okay, so this one, let's say, is a 10 years bond, and this one is 10 years. Yeah, 10 years they have to pay every coupon, which is interest, which is 100. But this one they use PVIFA. Yeah, because it's a series of multiple amounts, multiple payment with the same amounts, which is 100. But this one is 1,000, only single payment. So that's why they use PVIF. Okay, so that's why the formula is generated like this. Okay, but before we going to the example, in this Google Classroom, I have an appendix here. Okay, voice getting breaking because I think you need to check the connection. Yeah. Okay. Here we have a PVIF and PVIFA table, and let's have a look at this one. Okay. The value that you get from PVIF and PVIFA table, you will transfer into the answers. Okay. Normally in final exam, yeah, we'll give you this appendix. This is for you to so called to refer, yeah, to refer and to transfer the answers, yeah. Okay, so how to read this one is easy. Okay, let's say for example, okay, but before that, oh, you don't have Zoom. Okay. Wait for a while, eh? Just able to open up. Okay. Wait, this one earlier. Okay, give me 1 minute, to solve this one. Let's take a note right now. Okay, never mind. Let's continue. Okay. All right. Let's have a look here. Okay, you need to look at the correct table. If there is PVIF, yeah, therefore you need to, okay, wait. All right. I think should be okay. All right. This is PVIF. Okay, PVIF, and another one is PVIFA. This one PVIA. All right. So if you choose the right table, definitely you can answer the question. Let's say if you want to read 8%, let's say you got the answer 8%, and then the period will be 12 years. So what you have to do is you match up this one coordinately, yeah, using coordinate. So you found out that 8% 12 is 0.3971. Okay. Another example, let's say 5% and 10 years. So what you have to do is you use your ruler and then you directed your ruler into correct coordinate. So in this one, you will get the value of 0.6139. Okay, and same goes to PVIFA. Let's say PVIFA, you got 14% and then 14 years. So what you have to do is you use your ruler and directed your ruler into a correct coordinate. Yeah, it is this one, 6.0021. You transfer that value into the answer. Okay, same thing, yeah. Okay. All right. So this is an interest rate table. So hopefully you can able to read after this. Okay. Sorry there. Done. Okay, this one I come out later because I want to look at the example first. Okay. Galactic Berhad is interested to invest in bond A. Okay. And bond A pays 10% coupon annually. You see here the word annually. Okay, remember annually is 1. If semi-annually is 2, quarterly is 4. And mature is 6 years. That means number of years until maturity. So the first question, determine the value of bond is current market yield is 8%. This one is more on K. That means required rate of return. Okay, so So extract the information. Okay, remember coupon they give you in percentage. So what you have to do is the percentage you need to multiply by par value. Remember par value is not usually given in the question. It is assumed that par value will be 1000. So if you press calculator, 10% multiply by 1000 which is equal to 100. Okay, and then N is 6 years because this one matures in 6 years. K is 8 because here, this one, market yield is 8%. Annually, M is equal to 1 because this one says that it is annually. Yeah, annually means that M is equal to 1. So, based on the information, yeah, you just go for the formula straight away. VB is equal to C, PVIFA, K divided by M, and divided by M times M. Okay, and then plus PV, PVIF, K, N. Okay, why I remove M? Because assume M is 1. So, if K divided by 1, you get the same thing. Unless if you have a semi-annually, that means it's a different story. Yeah. So 100 bringing down here, which is coupon. PVIFA 8%, which is K 6, which is 6. Par value 1000. PVIF 8% 6. Okay. So once you got these two values here, PVIFA and 8% and 6, and this one PVIF 8 and 6. Okay, so you need to look at the appendix back and then get the value. Let's say in this one, PVIFA 8% 6. Okay, so which one? You have PVIF and then you have PVIFA. Since the question here, the answer here is PVIFA, you need to look at PVIFA table and 8% and 6. So, directing your coordinate 8% and 6, going down there, you will get this one, 4.6229, which is similar as this one. Okay, how about this one? PVIF 8% and 6, which is have a look at PVIF table, 8% and 6. Okay, directing your ruler and you get 0.6302. This one. Okay, so once you're done with this one, yeah, do a separate calculation. Okay, 100 multiplied by 4.6229, you will get this. 1000 multiplied by 0.602, that means you get this. And then you add up those two, you will get this one, 1092.49. Okay, but let me tell you the trick to answer this one. Okay, because the par value is 1000, the acceptable answer is between 1 ringgit to 2000 ringgit, usually. But if you get answer beyond that, yeah, let's say 5,000 and 10,000, that doesn't make sense. It must be something wrong with your answer. Okay, so therefore the acceptable answer or logical answer is between 1 ringgit to 2,000 ringgit since par value is only 1,000. Yeah. Okay, but before we are going to second part, let's going back to this one. Okay. How investor wants to know whether it is time to buy or it is time to sell their bonds. Okay. We need to compare your answers, which is VB with MP. MP is market price. VB is just an estimation only. Okay, if the real price, which is market price, is more than the estimation, which is value, that means the MP is overvalue. If overvalue, that means it'll become expensive. If expensive, they are encouraged to sell or do not buy. It depends on the question. Will you sell? Yes. Will you buy? No. Okay, so that is a thing. All right, but let's have a look at another way around. If MP is less than VB, okay, that means the real price is less than the estimation. That means your real price, which is MP, is under value. If under value, that means you should buy or don't sell. Okay, why we are saying that? Because we have to look at the concept of buy with the low price and sell with the high price. Okay, in Malay, beli dengan harga yang murah dan jual dengan harga yang tinggi. Okay, buy with the low price and sell with the high price. Okay, and always look at your MPs. Okay, let's have a look at this case. Okay, You got here your VB here is 1092. And then somehow currently selling, that means it is your MP, which is market price. So you need to compare, is MP better than VB, or is MP is lower than VB? Okay, so this is how you answer this one. Assume bond A is selling price or market price is 990, which is already in the question. Okay, and then your VBA, that means the value for bond A here, you got the answer 1092. So you compare both, that means your VB is more than MP. In other way around, MP is lower than VB. So the decision is buy the bond because MP is undervalued. That means MP is lower or cheaper than the estimation. Okay. But let's say if we reverse around, let's say if MP is 990. And then you got the answer of, let's say, 800. So therefore, this one is MP, sorry. This one is MP, this one is VB. So therefore, yeah, you estimate that only you have to pay 800. But unfortunately, you have to pay 900, which is 990, which is more than that. So therefore, yeah, you don't have to. Yeah, you don't have to pay. Okay. All right, let's have a look at another example. Okay, this one in the case of semi-annually. All right, remember, yeah, semi-annually means that every 6 months or half in a year. That means 6 and 12. So if semi-annually means that M which is equals to 2. Yeah, because semi-annually means that once in half year. Yeah, okay. And then 10% bond, this one is your coupon, C, which is C percentage. Maturity period of 12 years, this one is your N, number of years. Selling at 940, this one is your MP, market price. If the required of return is 12%, this is your K. What is the value of bond, which is VB? You don't know. Should we buy the bond and why? Yeah. So same procedure. The difference is your M. Is semi-annually. Your C, remember, they're given in percentage. You need to multiply by par value, which is 1000. N is 12 years. MP or SP, market price or selling price is the same thing, which is 940. K is 12%. So using this formula, okay, the reason why I remember the reason why this formula I didn't put M, because M is 1. Even you divide it by 1, you will get the same thing. But in this case, the M is 2. Yeah, so therefore, it's a different. C divided by M. Yeah, it's a still full formula. Yeah, 100 divided by 2. Yeah, multiply by PVIFA. 12%. This one K 12%. K divided by 2. N is 12 years. And then divided by 2. You see here? 12 divided by 2, 12 times 2. Plus 1000 PVIF 12 divided by 2, 12 times 2. So 12 divided by 2, 12 bagi 2, which is 6. 12 multiplied by 2 is 24. Same goes to this one. And remember, 100 divided by 2 is equal to 50 if you press calculator. So how do you want to get this value? PVIF is 6% 24. And then PVIF 6% 24. Look back at the table again. Okay. PVIF A 6% 24. 6%. This one PVIF A 6% and 24. Go to this one. You get this one 12.550, which is here. Okay. And for 6% 24 PVIF, 6% PVIF 24. Okay. So you got here 0.2470, which is 1. Okay. 2470. Alright, so you operate this mathematical function, 50 multiplied by 12.5504, you get this one. 1000 multiplied by 0.2467, you get this one. So you add those two, you get 874.22. Still acceptable answer because it's between 1 ringgit to 2000. And do not forget to compare with your MP. Your MP is 940 and then your VB is 874.22. So therefore MP is more expensive than VB. So do not buy because your MP is overvalued. You estimate that you only have to pay 874, but unfortunately you have to pay 940. So that's why it's more expensive than before. Okay. Any question? Okay. Oh, hello, sir. I didn't get late to the attendance. Yes. Can somebody please copy and paste? Okay. Please come early because normally the student service gave attendance early. Yeah. Okay. Any question so far? Okay. Can you respond if you have anything? How about the others?
No, sir.
Okay. I stopped recording for a while because we are going to take a break.